Hiya, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. The game that teaches us that, I don't know, shit, I can't think of anything. Fuck. Um, uh, um, the game that teaches us that Keisuke has rich person syndrome and doesn't understand how to use a fucking toaster. That is all I could come up with. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Just as Kiyoshi-san was about to step out of the counter, someone walks up from the back of the store. A lean young man with silky white and gray fur and a somewhat ratty-looking shirt approaches the lizard. Hiya. He has red fur on his head, styled like bangs too. We finished No More Future. I still haven't uploaded the VOD to YouTube yet. Yeah, I'll get it done, like, right after stream. Yeah. I've seen some people do this in magazines or TV shows, but never ran into someone sporting one of those in real life. Kiyoshi-san, I'm going to have to leave 15 minutes early today. Thanks again for letting me for getting me the room. Yeah, no. I completely forgot to upload the second one. He doesn't know how to use a toaster. Like if you give Keisuke a toaster, like, he will be like, he'll just, he'll just, like, be like, oh, what do I do with this? He won't know what to do with it, and he'll be like, that is a toaster. Here's how you use it, and we show him how to use it, and then, like, 3 seconds later, he's screaming at the top of his lungs. We're like, oh my god, what the fuck happened? And he'll be like, ah! Just freaking the hell out. We look inside, and we don't see toast. We don't see bread anymore. That's not bread anymore. Bread has ascended to the afterlife. No. That's a brick in there. That is a brick in that toaster. But you'll defend K with all your life. Come at you. Yeah, the whole Keisuke thing and not being able to cook, it's hilarious. That's hilarious. Shoichi has a pretty similar, he has a pretty similar inability to cook, but for him it's just sad. For Keisuke, it's just sad. Sorry, no, for Shoichi, it's just sad. For Keisuke, it's pretty hilarious. The lizard smiles, grabbing a pen and a notebook from behind the counter and plopping them over on the top of the table. It's no problem, kid. Thanks again for your patronage. Can I already book you for your next visit? Yeah, sure. Do you have any open slots 3 days from now? Yuichi, I can't get the toaster to work. Yuichi, I can't get the toaster to work. That's a fucking steak! Shoichi can't cook for shit. No. Here's the sad thing. Here's the sad part. Shoichi can cook. He just likes to add these little fun additions. Shoichi, that motherfucker decided it was a good idea to put coffee and sea slug in chicken noodle soup. He thought bleached flour contains bleach. As in bleach that you use in the laundry. Like, what kind of... Actually, I'm pretty sure bleached flour does contain bleach, though. But, like, a sort of edible kind of bleach. Let me Google it real quick. I want to know now. Hiya. I need to know that. Does bleached flour have bleach? Okay. All milled flour will bleach or turn white on its own when allowed to stand exposed to air. Haha! So it doesn't contain bleach. Shoichi just doesn't have any goddamn common sense. Kiyoshi-san looks down on his ledger, flipping a few pages while scanning all the lines. Yeah. See, like... Flipping a... Yeah. Is that his list of bookings? That thing is absolutely filled to the brim. There's barely any room left on the page, left blank on the pages. Oh, here we go. I have 2 openings, one for 2 p.m. and one for 7 p.m. The young man pauses for a few seconds, crossing his arms and scratching his chin. He makes an exaggerated sound as he thinks it over. I think 7 p.m. is the best time for me. I'd probably be in a meeting at the other time slot. Alright, I'll jot it down here. See you Monday, kid. See ya. Kiyoshi-san waits for a few seconds, watching the boy leave before ducking out of the counter. You know, I could introduce you two if you'd like. Introduce? Who? Me and that guy? Yeppers. He's a really nice boy. Plays the bass. He's really good at it, too. He recently joined a band, but he's been anxious that it might not work out. Who knows? You could poach him for yourself. The band already has a bassist. Besides, that would be highly disrespectful to the other band. The lizard shrugs, starting to walk away from us and towards the shelves. What the fuck am I stepping on? I don't know. Well, suit yourself. Who knows? If you ever get over that stage fright of yours, the two of you could one day perform on the same stage together. Kiyoshi-san disappears behind a few shelves, happily whistling a cheerful tune. Well, as far as interactions with Kiyoshi go, this one was one of the better ones. Yeah, it was. From the corner of my eye, I see Kei-kun gently cradling and petting his new guitar, looking down at it with affection. The sight brings a smile to my face. Despite his earlier insistence on leaving, Kei-kun easily spends another hour on the store chatting with Kiyoshi-san. Most of the time, I don't get many chances to speak, but still I somehow end up enjoying myself. Once those two finally run out of things to say, Kei-kun excuses himself and we leave. Kei-kun merrily hums a melody as we walk, proudly carrying his new instrument around his shoulder in its fancy carrying case. For some reason, I get the feeling that that case is worth more than the guitar itself. Keisuke, is there anything else you wish to do? No, not really. That was about it. Glad it wasn't as painful as you thought it'd be, huh? Oh, right. Sorry for dragging you out here just to let you stand in a corner, Yuichi-san. Yeah. No, I didn't listen to the acoustic version yet, but I did listen to the normal version, and I have to say, I liked it. I don't think it'd be something that I'd listen to casually, but yeah, it was pretty good. It's fine. I mean, look at me. Don't I make for a very handsome adornment? For sure. A very handsome one indeed. Somehow I didn't expect him to agree with me on that. Especially that enthusiastically. I kind of feel embarrassed now. Well, if there's nothing else you want to do, I guess I should head home for today. Thank you again for coming with me, Yuichi-san. To be honest, I kind of expected Kiyoshi-san to be difficult. So I invited you more to be a kind of emotional support. Don't you already have Alex for that? Don't be ridiculous. Alex is the club with which I strike down my enemies. I would rather not be swung around like a club thing, thank you very much. You know I didn't mean it literally. The wolf shrugs. Anyway, thank you again, Yuichi-san. Alright, sure, I'll see you Keikun quickly leans towards me, giving a quick peck on the cheek. Somehow I kinda already expected you to do that.
I'll see you tomorrow, Yuichi-san.
Tomorrow?
At Yurata's volleyball competition, remember?
Ah! Oh god, I'd totally forgotten about that.
Of course you don't remember. It was stupid of me to think you would.
Thanks for reminding me.
Do try to show up. Otherwise, he just might murder you.
Will do. Have a good afternoon. You too, Alex. The two wave at me as I turn around to leave, a goofy smile plastered on my face. Once I'm sure I'm out of sight, I touch the tip of my fingers to the spot on my cheek that Keikun kissed. For some reason, thinking about it again makes me feel like I have butterflies in my stomach and brings a smile to my face. Nah, just horny jail. Somehow I'm faintly aware of the fact that I'm already half awake. My eyelids feel so incredibly heavy that the idea of opening them starts to feel like wishful thinking. No, more importantly than that, I just don't want to. My bed is so nice and comfortable and warm. For some reason, I feel like I've gone through 7 rounds of wrestling with a truck. Well, hyperbole aside, I do feel kinda sore. I haven't been sleeping very well lately and feel tired all the time. Although this is already more or less old news to me. Thank you, insomnia. Last night was many times worse. I'm not quite sure why. Lately I've had so many strange thoughts coming over me. Most of them are about Keikun. Right? I don't know why, but the more time I spend with him, the more time I want to spend with him.
I don't need your help.
Even though he's stubborn to a fault.
I'm always worried that somewhere deep down, you actually disliked me.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Even though he's hardly ever honest about how he really feels.
I don't know the first thing about you guys. I'm just so self-absorbed.
Even though he's surprisingly flawed and vulnerable. I've seen so many sides to Keikun, both old and new. Lately, whenever I find myself distracted, I think about it. I can't help but want to see more. Even when I go to bed and I'm just trying to sleep, I think about it. Maybe I'm... I hear the sound of knocking, suddenly dragging my attention away from my own thoughts. When I open my eyes, I see Aki at the door. Yuichi cast Erectus activatus. I lazily prop myself up on my elbows, looking at my brother while blinking groggily. Good morning. Wow. Were you actually awake before I knocked on the door? Somewhat. In the process, at least. And here I thought I'd need the bucket. You throw water at me, and you die! Oh no, not water. Just the bucket. You want to throw a bucket on me. To wake you up, yeah. That way I won't damage the bed. Buckets are heavy. You'd break my nose. Don't be so melodramatic. Either way, you should get up already. Today's your school festival. As if I'd forget something that important. By the time I finally go downstairs, I am no more awake than I was minutes ago. Even after showering, drying all my fur, brushing my teeth, etc., I still feel like just crawling back onto my bed and sleeping through summer. The season hasn't even started yet and I already hate it. Aki. Is the AC on at all? I'm melting. It's only a bit warmer than the previous days. It's not that bad. No, it's definitely bad. What day did the weather report say would be the official start of summer? The 5th? Who cares? I just know that it's really hot. Aki shrugs, packing what looks to be a filled lunchbox into his bag. By the way, do you plan on coming by the festival after school? He pauses, musing the question for a few seconds with an overly dramatic look on his face that just screams, I'm thinking. I'm not sure. I don't really want to miss much practice. The festival only lasts 4 days, and you didn't go to a single day last year. There's not much of interest to me in the first place. Hey, a lot of people worked really hard to make it happen, you know. Yeah, and if any of those people were here, I'd apologize for being insensitive, but since none of them are, I'll just finish packing for school. Damn! Aki's got no chill. Little brat. Aki rolls his eyes at the sight of my unhappy grumbling. I swear, he used to be so cute! By the way, Shoichi told me your class is doing a Chinese diner. Do you plan on sticking around to help any this year? Nope. You already know how I roll. I like to Yeah, you like to be lazy, I know. That's just plain rude! Try to check up on Shoichi if you can, okay? I know that already! Shoichi's team participated in the Inter-High's national qualifiers over the weekends. While they didn't do badly, reaching the finals with ease, they got crushed by the opposing team there. It always felt like no matter how hard they tried, the gap between those two teams kept widening every year. This time it was plainly obvious, barely able to score. Their defense was just blasted away by the other team. In the end, they lost in straight sets. Not once did they go over 15 points in a set. I feel like they were just missing more offensive potential. Come on, don't look like that. Shoichi is already going to be really upset. We don't need you down in the dumps too. I guess you're right. Oh, and by the way, tell Keisuke-san he took my earbuds by accident the last time he was here, please. Wait, Keikun did? Aki nods, closing his bag and holding it behind his shoulder. Yeah, I think he just put it in his bag and forgot about it. Either way, I went looking for it yesterday and didn't find it. Are you sure he didn't just lose it? Positive. Anyway, I'm leaving now. Have fun at the festival. The sound of the door closing echoes down the hall. I should probably message Keikun about it before I forget. Ah, Yuichi, good morning. I hear a familiar voice calling out to me from the stairs. When I turn to look, I see my mom dressed in her usual work attire, fiddling with her bag by the stairs. That's new. You're usually long gone by the time I wake up. My hours got changed a little. We got a few new hires in the office, so I don't need to be pulling overtime every day. Knowing you, you're probably super bitter about it. Mom puckers her lips with a her brow furrowing deeply. So what if I like my work? It's much better than just staying at home and being bored. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. You know that's not what I meant. My God, where did I put my keys? You mean the ones right here on top of the kitchen island? I grab at a pair of keys I noticed as soon as I walked downstairs, spinning them around on my thumb for effect. Oh, that's right. I left them there after I had dinner. I forgot. What did you think of it, by the way? It wasn't much, but I tried to change the spice mix I usually use a little. It tasted a little milder than usual, but as always, it was delicious. Thanks. Will you drop by the school festival for a bit this week? You do have free time, apparently. I'll try, but I might just end up working on some stuff once I get home. Seriously, you're too much of a workaholic. It's okay to relax every now and again, you know. By the way, have you wished your father a good day yet? As soon as she says those words, I freeze. Mom. She slowly shakes her head sideways, sighing. You kids never pay him any attention. He's going to get really lonely, you know. She walks up to a small wooden shrine we have in the corner of our living room. Aki and I keep the door to it closed all the time because we just don't like looking at it. Because of it, hardly anyone who comes here ever notices. Half the time, even I forget that it's there. My mom delicately opens the doors, revealing a few small pottery ornaments, an incense burner, and right at the center of the whole thing, a single framed picture of my dad. Because Dad was never much one for pictures, the only good picture Mom could find of him was from back when he was in high school too. It just creeps me out to see him looking so young. You know, your father probably misses you boys very much. It wouldn't kill you to pay your respects every now and again. Reaching inside her handbag, she grabs a lighter and uses it to light a stick of incense, placing it inside the burner. She kneels in front of the shrine, putting both of her hands together in prayer. I watch the whole thing from the corner of my eye, my throat suddenly feeling like it has something stuck in it. No matter how much I try, I just can't bring myself to watch it. To me, it just feels wrong. Like clinging to a past that won't ever come back instead of moving forward. I'm sure it must be even weirder for Aki. He never even got to meet the man after all. Have a good day, Ken. Still, as far as I know, she follows the same routine every day. Before leaving the house and before going to bed, day by day, always doing the same. My mind refuses to accept such a routine. I feel like if I were to start doing something like that, I'd just remain stuck in place. Mom gets up, fixing the hem of her skirt and walking to the door. I'll try to be home when you boys get back. If I can, I'll make dinner too. I can't have you doing everything around the house all the time. It's alright, you don't have to worry about that. You work really hard after all. She smiles, walking up to me and cupping my cheek with her left hand. You're really sweet, Yuichi, but I'm your mother. I'm the one who's supposed to be taking care of you, not the other way around. Sheesh, you don't have to fuss over every little thing. I love you too. Have a good day with the festival, okay? Oh, and if you see Shoichi-kun and Hitoka-chan, tell them I said hi. Will do. I walk up to the shrine Mom was praying to, making sure to put out the incense so it doesn't burn anything. You're not really here, are you, old man? As is to be expected, the picture cannot respond. Sighing, I close the door again, shutting it back inside. Just getting near... Fuck. Hold up. My middle finger got stuck. Second. Just getting near to the school gates, I can already hear a lot of activity in the area. Lots of students arrived early in the morning to finish setting things up, so all would be ready before the official start time. Which of course just makes it so they create an unofficial start time. I wasn't all that interested in waking up early, so I decided to come a little bit later in the morning. By getting there later in the day, there's more movement going around and more events have been prepared. Lots of different booths have been set up across the school grounds. Some of them are just games, others try to show part of our school curriculum in a way that might attract attention. Science experiments, diagrams, there are all kinds of setups fighting for attention. But the most popular end up being the foods. The smell of all kinds of foods wafts around the campus grounds and tons of people gravitate around those stands. I have to admit, part of me is really interested in going around sampling the foods right away, but I know I should probably hold on for a while. But I know the first day is the best time to go sampling around the different displays, trying to see everything they have to offer. The reason for that is quite simple. In our school, the first day of the cultural festival is always closed for students and staff only. That gives students the chance to do a little test run before opening to the public, as well as just giving people some time to prepare for the larger influx that would soon follow. It's also the only reason why people who would usually be very busy can find themselves free. Like, hey Yuichi, good morning. Hey there. Hey there, looks like I'm not the only one sauntering around the school grounds early in the morning. Sauntering? Did you fall asleep on top of a dictionary or something? Are you going to get on my case just because I used an unusual word? I'm considering it. Did you run into anyone else yet? Last I checked, Urushihara was trying to organize his class's haunted house. I ran into Saya-chan a bit earlier, but we just greeted each other in passing. She seemed a bit busy. Who lost someone? Okay, so Yuichi and Akiyoshi, they lost their dad, and it's really sad. Oh no, do you think our plans to walk around the festival together as a group won't pan out? I think it's a bit too early to tell. It's not even 9 a.m. yet. Fair enough, I guess. Is something the matter? Oh, no, everything's fine. You sure? You don't seem fine. I eye Shoichi up and down, trying to get a feel for how he's feeling right now. Even though I expected him to be super down, he's acting incredibly normal. Oh. Not that I can think of. Yeah, not that I can think of. He's so casual right now that it's actually scaring me a little. Shoichi. Are you okay? Huh? Why wouldn't I be? I mean, there was the competition yesterday and all. Yeah, there was. What about it? I'm just, I don't know, a bit worried about you. You acted like it was no big deal yesterday, and you continue to act like you don't even care. That's because it isn't a big deal. It's just a high school club. This is hardly the kind of thing I'll carry for the rest of my life. But aren't you upset you won't get to play with your team anymore? Well, sure, that is kind of crappy, but it's not really something to be down in the dumps about. It just is. Man, you're really nonchalant over this whole thing. Of course I am. The only thing that really annoys me is everyone assuming I must be absolutely heartbroken over it. It's just a minor frustration. People really need to chill. Everyone? Yeah, both Urushihara and Saya-chan stopped me when we ran into each other today to ask if I was okay, yada yada yada. Pretty sure June will do the same too. I didn't know that. Sorry. It's fine by me. It just means I have good friends, even if they're a little annoying sometimes. I just like hitting the control button. So, you really are okay? I really am okay. You promise? Now I have to promise? Jeez, you really are insistent. I promise I'm okay. Alright. You should probably get going now, though. I still have some loose ends I have to tie up before I'm free for the day. Hopefully no one has to cancel. Yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss. Alright, I'll see you later, Shoichi. You bet. Even inside the school hallways, the whole place is packed with students running down the halls in a rush. Keep forgetting. It's kind of funny. I'm almost 100% sure none of these people would be in such a rush if they were trying to get to something like a class they're late for. Priorities, I guess. As I'm going up the stairs to my floor, I see Keikun about to head downstairs.
Ah, Yuichi-san. Good morning.
Good morning. He promptly greets me with a smile, stopping right in front of the staircase. I finished climbing the last few steps so I can be level with him.
Are you just arriving? I thought you would have gotten here earlier so you could spend as much time checking out the festival as possible.
Pfft, and miss the chance to sleep in? No way.
Fair enough. My class is kind of rushing to get everything set up properly. We found out that there's still too much light creeping in through the windows, so they're trying to tape them off.
Isn't that going to be a huge hassle to remove later?
Probably. I'm trying not to think about it. The whole thing is already a chore to work on as is.
My condolences. By the way, are you still going to have free time later today for all of us to get together?
For sure. I told them I'd be ducking out today already. I already have people to cover for me. The whole class is already much more excited about the concept of our venue than I am, so there is no lack of volunteers.
People actually want to be working during the festival? That's kind of sad.
I'm pretty sure the opposite of person that refuses to work and just gives more work to others is much, much sadder.
Not at all subtle there.
I wasn't trying to be. By the way, Yuichi, if you don't mind, let's hang out together during the festival once we both have free time.
Sure, I'd appreciate that. Oh, I just remembered. Aki asked me to check with you if you'd somehow taken his earbuds with you the last time you were over at our place. He said he can't find it.
Really? I'll have to check once I get home.
Can't you just go to your classroom and check your bag?
Not really. It's not the same bag I had when I went to your place.
It's not?
Nope. I keep 5 different bags separated for each day of the week and with all the materials I'll need for classes that day.
Keisuke! Why the fuck do you need 5 bags? That is rich person syndrome right there. Fucking rich person syndrome strikes again. I only have, like... I have, like, 1 bag that I use for, like, everything. Oh. That's honestly kind of sad. I'm sorry for your loss, Amethyst. I think that's how you want to be called on chat. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. What? That's ridiculous. What do you do when you have the same subject multiple days a week?
And that's what I do to review everything I did. Once I get home, I take all my notes and I copy them to my other versions of that subject's notebooks.
So you have multiple notebooks with the exact same notes so you can take them separately to class on different days?
That's right. Isn't it a great idea?
Problem. It's definitely way over-engineered, that's for sure! I don't know about great, though! Although I'll refrain from saying anything, the last thing I need is to hurt his pride. Besides, if it works for him, then I guess it's not all that bad. Oh hey, changing the subject a bit, but is everything prepared for the band to perform?
Pretty much. They're all rehearsing the songs we'll perform, and I'm making sure the organization will go smoothly. Of course, we still have time until then. It's only on the last day anyway.
Try not to get too cozy with that time, or else it'll sneak up on you before you notice it.
Don't worry about it. I'm not the type to leave things for the last minute.
I believe you. I hope things will go along great.
If I had any say in the matter, they will.
Too bad you're not going to be performing, though. I wish I could see you sing again.
I already told you, singing in public isn't my thing.
I laugh, giving Keikun a few friendly taps on the shoulder. I know that. You don't need to worry.
But, well, I wouldn't mind singing just for you sometime later.
Really? I would love that.
It's a date then. We'll hash out the specifics later. I have to run right now. Before I leave, let me just warn you. Your tail seems to be very excited, Yuichi.
My body immediately freezes when I notice that fact. I guess without my realizing, my tail had begun wagging rapidly. Accidentally starts singing the Jurassic Park theme.
It's kind of cute. Anyway, bye-bye.
Keikun passes by me and walks down the stairs, leaving me rooted on my spot with the red face. Ugh, I want to bury my head somewhere secluded right now. Wait. He said date, right? Hiya. He didn't mean like that kind of date, did he? What if I feel so happy thinking that it might be that? I really wish my heart would slow down right about now. As soon as I walk into my class, I see all the walls have been decorated with strips of colored paper and with multiple paper lanterns dangling from the ceiling. I know this place was decorated on a Friday, but I swear there are more lanterns here than there were when I last checked. Still, as soon as the door was opened, an orange figure runs up to me excitedly. Hi, June. Yuichi-san! I've barely even had time to acclimate to my surroundings, and he's already boisterously jumping around in front of me. Hey there, June. You look pretty happy. I am! Look at me! I got my waiter phone. Look! Isn't it cool? June spins around where he stands, trying to show off the whole thing to me. Doesn't it look great on me? Yes, it does, June. You look very cute in that uniform. What? Cute? I'm not cute. That's for girls. I don't know what to tell you there, June. You're pretty cute. Nuh-uh. I'm not. Alright. You're not. Settled down there. No need to get so fussy over it. I'm not fussy. Oh, man. Trying to keep a straight face after hearing that is really tough. Anyway, you're all set to be a waiter, huh? Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. Don't worry about it. I have no idea how going around serving people food is supposed to be fun, but hey, to each his own. I have actually served people food before. I have actually served people food before. Like in a cafeteria setting. I have. It is boring as hell. It is very boring. I look around the room, seeing a few of our classmates dressed in similar clothes to June. For some reason, there are barely any waitresses here. In fact, most of them are guys. What happened to the girls? It looks like a real sausage party in here. Sausage party? Yuichi! 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 Please! Please, for the love of all that is holy! Please, for the love of June! Stop talking about your dick. Oh, never mind. Probably shouldn't use an expression like that around June. I really don't need to taint him with that sort of thing. Anyway, what happened to the girls? Especially just guys around here. Oh, I actually asked Heihaku-san about that. She said most girls refused to wear the Chinese dress, but that she said they all agreed anyway, so the guys would too. So she basically used the promise of girls in Chinese dresses as bait to get more waiters? That's really scummy. The improv kitchen is looking pretty good, though. Although, why is it all hidden behind panels? The entire area that used to be the blackboard has been walled off with wooden bamboo panels that then got decorated with multiple Chinese symbols. Yeah, that's allowed! Oh my god! Oh my god! Fucking Automod! Damn it, Automod! Where is it? Where is it? It's been a minute since I've brought up Automod. We're just going to leave Automod here for a little bit. We're just going to leave Automod here for a little bit. Dragons, lions, some letters. I mean, we don't kink shame around these parts, but maybe don't do that, because then the main character of the visual novel will be, you know, dead. He'll kind of be, you know, dead, and we won't be able to finish Tennis Ace because you vored him and he's dead. So maybe, again, not kink shaming, just maybe, yeah, maybe don't do that. Like, if we're thinking in terms of cartoons, then yeah, everyone would survive. But if we're thinking in terms of realistically, which that's the way that I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking realistically, maybe don't do that. Plus, these are anthropomorphic characters. Thinking that their muscle structure is very similar to humans, which in this case they are, human meat is not very nutritious. It's actually very low on calories, so it's actually not that nutritious. The fact that I know that is nothing short of fucked up. Wait, is that the Chinese Zodiac over there? Apparently, Gin-kun said he felt too shy about cooking with the guests being able to see him. But doesn't walling off the whole area mean that the heat from the burners will be trapped in there? Oh no! Like, okay. Whenever Yuichi said sausage party, did anyone else think of that 2016 movie? Did anyone else think of the 2016 movie? Like, whenever... Haya. But no, like, okay, like, around here. Yeah, that movie. The 2016 film Sausage Party. Did anyone else's mind immediately go there? Because of, like... What is it? That was, like, the first thing that popped into my mind. And I'm just like, oh, God! I've actually seen that movie a couple times. It's funny maybe the first time, but... Yeah, it's funny the first time, but after a couple more times, it kind of loses its edge. I've, like, seen the entire movie multiple times. It's funny the first time, but after a couple times, it's just like, oh God, how did this get past the company? Yeah, I think I know where else it would have went, and get it out of the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is a wholesome Christian stream. This is a wholesome Christian stream. We don't talk about anthropomorphic animals or fetishes, or we definitely do not say the fuck word. Never say the fuck word. This is a good, godly Christian stream where we do not swear. So don't even fucking think about it. Oh God, is it the word that I'm thinking about, the P word? Is it what I'm thinking about? What is it? Am I going to regret asking this? What is it? What is it? Oh, you know what? Just use the word, and if Automod says it's okay, then it's probably okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. At least you're not saying shithead. Hiya. But doesn't walling off the whole area mean that the heat from the burners will be trapped in there? Yeah, Jin-kun was complaining about that. These guys are insane! Oh, but there are a few holes cut out in the corner so the waiters can pick the food up when it's ready. Seriously, how the hell did you people have all these crazy ideas? Hope there won't be any accidents. You don't have to worry about the others, Yuichi-san. As the oldest one here, I'll make sure to look after them. You're the one most at risk of causing an accident. Maybe we should talk to Gin and ask him not to let June handle any hot plates. Will he even serve cold plates? June-kun, we need your help here. A voice calls June from amidst the mess of chairs and panels on the other end of the room. I'm coming! Sorry, Yuichi-san, we'll have to talk later. It's alright, I'm gonna take a walk around the place. We'll meet up later. Yeah, can't wait! June scurries away and disappears into the kitchen area. You know what? I feel like triggering people. At least you didn't mention the cheese grater. At least you didn't mention the cheese grater. June scurries away and disappears into the kitchen area. Smiling and shaking my head slightly, I make my way out the door to explore the festival a little more. A few hours later. After I walked around for a bit on my own, I noticed the time we agreed to meet was coming close to arriving. Once I got to the agreed upon meeting place, I decided to stand around with my hands in my pockets and just watch the students passing by while I waited. Even though there were probably a lot of students who decided they couldn't be bothered to show up today, the place still feels so much livelier than usual. Somehow, even though I tend to hate... Does anyone want to explain to him the cheese grater? Does anyone want to explain to him? Because I don't want to explain it to him. I do not want to explain it to him. Can someone please explain it to him? Can someone please explain it to them? I don't want to say it. I'll approve it. I'll just approve it. I don't give a shit. I'll just approve it. I'll just approve it. So auto mod won't kill you. Here. I'll disable auto. Actually, I can't disable auto mod. I'm not allowed to disable auto mod, but I can just approve it. So go on ahead. Go on ahead. I don't want to say it out loud. I do not want to say it out loud. I do not want to say it out loud. Are you talking about fuck? Which... Oh god! Oh god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Do you know what he means by cheese grated? The fucking cheese grater. Which forbidden word will I have to say for... Which forbidden word will I have to say for you to go much more in depth? Which forbidden word? Which forbidden word? You know what? Y'all hash that out. I'm moving on with it. Somehow, even though I tend to hate crowds, watching all these students my own age walking around with their friends and having fun kind of makes me feel, I don't know, kind of at ease. It's a weird feeling. Oh, Sue! Of course, my pleasant, relaxed mood is soon interrupted by this troglodyte that I call my childhood friend, with their now commonplace loud greeting. Damn! Hey, Saya-chan, you're here early. You know what? I want to do the Material Girl. I want to do the Material Girl. So I'm going to do the Material Girl for a little bit until like 10:50 until like for about the next 4 minutes I'm going to do the Material. Hey, Saya-chan, you're here early. So are you. I guess that's true. How come you're not wearing your uniform? Saya-chan looks down at herself, examining her own clothes front and back. I think to myself why she would even need to do this, given that she's the one who got dressed. She should know what the hell she is wearing. I guess I just wanted to be comfy. You guess? Yeah. You're way too simple-minded. Hey, Yuichi-kun, how have you been enjoying the festival so far? It's pretty good, although I think I prefer the one we had last year. Really? See, that was just like a one-time thing. I think I was like sick at the time. Like it actually started to hurt a bit. It's more so the angry Muppet voice that I'm worried about. It's more so the angry Muppet voice that Nem does, that I do for Nem whenever he has that Muppet face. It's more so that voice that hurts my voice, and the whole Filthy Frank voice. But this one, it kinda doesn't. It doesn't hurt, but, like, I don't know. Really? That one was kind of dull for me. And that's just because you got stuck behind a desk for most of it and couldn't go around exploring. Hey, you remembered. It's not exactly a hard thing to remember at all. Man, I'm really pumped right now. Really? How come? Well, first of all, there's the bonfire dance. I don't want to miss that. Ironic you would say that considering you've never been to it in the last 2 years. Well, sure, but this year I actually have someone to dance with me, so as per school tradition, I'll attend. School tradition? Yeah, don't you remember? They say that 2 people who dance together around the bonfire will be tied together forever. Although that's more of a platonic thing. Most of the people who do it are friends. There are a few couples that do it too. If you eat enough bugs, your voice levels up. I am not going to eat a stink bug. They're nasty enough as is. Just look it up yourself. If you don't mind being scarred for life, look it up yourself. I guarantee you most of these couples will have broken up before the year's over. Yeah. The C word. What's the C word? Because if it's the word that I'm thinking of, I'm never saying that. Probably. But that's not all I'm excited about. It's just a K-Kun's thing. His what? You mean you don't know? Know what? You know, K-Kun's thing. His thing? You mean the band's show? No, not that. Well, maybe a little bit that. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind being scarred for life, then yeah, look it up. But if you don't want to be scarred for life, then maybe don't. I just realized that the way that I designed the Material Girl is makes her crunchy. It makes her crunchy. Like, so crunchy. Like crunchy in a good way, I think. Like, okay. I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent. I was in a sports store once. And I saw this one family. They were crunchy as fuck. Like, they were crunchy. And not in a good way. Like, okay. Like, the mom. The mom was just the mom of that family. She was wearing like a you know, like booty shorts, like the running shorts. Like she was wearing the running shorts. She was wearing running shorts, and like a crop top or something. her hair was like curled, was like sort of like natural curls, didn't have any makeup, and was carrying around an iPhone 6S like it was hot shit. And her husband, or boyfriend, I assume he was her husband, was walking around, greasy long hair, kind of. A leather jacket. Pants. It's, like boots, I think, or tennis shoes. And one t-shirt. I think it's a Metallica t-shirt. He was wearing a Metallica t-shirt, I believe. Either Metallica or AC/DC. I can't remember. And their poor daughter was just like sitting in the little seat thing, just like asleep. I swear to God, I think that family was crunchy. I can't fully remember. I think they were. Well, maybe a little bit that. I mean, his other thing. What's with the pronoun game here? Just say what you mean already, woman! Sorry, I have no idea. Really? You guys have been spending so much time together. I'm surprised he didn't tell you. I can't really comment on it since I have no idea what you're talking about. Saya-chan? Hey, Yuichi-kun, do you promise not to tell Kei-kun that I told you? If it's that important, then wouldn't it be easier for you to just not tell me? No way, this is such a juicy gossip. I'm really excited to talk to someone about it. And I figured you'd have been the first one to know. Saya-chan, since when did you become such a gossip girl? Fine, just get this over with. She won't stop pestering me until I agree anyway. Yay! Okay, so get this. Kei-kun said he's going to ask the person he likes out during the festival. That's it? Jeez, you can stand to be a bit more excited. Kei-kun? Has someone he likes? That's news to me! I see. Are you okay, Yuichi-kun? You seem a little bit out of it. Did you stay up all night again? What? No, I'm fine. That's weird. Why am I suddenly feeling so strange? The person he likes, I didn't know there was someone like that. He never told me. Look, here comes the boys! I look up on cue with her announcement, seeing the three of them walking out of the main building. Shoichi smiles and waves once he realizes we see them. This is surprising. Did you three meet up on the stairs or something? Not exactly. Hirata and I met up inside, but we decided to fetch Kobayashi first. He looked like he was really overwhelmed trying to wait on tables. He was jumping from one place to the other in a hurry. It was really funny. That's not exactly something you should be laughing about, you ass! I look over at Jun, who is still taking deep breaths, with beads of sweat rolling down his brow and mixing in with his fur. Are you okay? You don't look so good. I'm fine. It's just, I didn't realize how hot it would get in the classroom once the burners were all on and we had a bunch of people inside! The place isn't even close to being packed, though. Only half the tables were occupied. If this is too much for you, then you're going to suffer tomorrow. Don't say that! Come to think of it, this whole thing might be hell for a guy that is afraid of crowds. Waiting tables might have been a bad idea, June! Yuichi-san, you don't need to worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. What? I didn't say anything. It's written all over your face. Wow, he's right. You look like a wrinkly old lady. Watch it, floppy ears. What did I do? Not you. The other floppy ears. Yuichi-kun, calling someone floppy ears is a bit offensive, you know. Like I care. Yuichi-san, you shouldn't be mean to Keisuke-san. I already said I wasn't talking to Kei-kun. I don't know about you guys, but I really don't feel like standing around the entrance watching other people have fun. Yeah, you're right. We should go have some fun. I can't wait to see what the festival is like in here. The five of us then start walking while we chat, taking quick looks at the interesting booths in between conversation. By the way, Jun-kun, what was your old school's festival like? It was much more sedate. School didn't have all that many students to begin with. It's probably one of the reasons I'm so bad at dealing with crowds. It was always kind of lonely there. So there wasn't anything you liked about the festival there? Something I liked? Oh, I remember. The fireworks display there was always pretty nice. Fireworks, huh? So you're the type that likes those. This is why Jun is my favorite character. He is my favorite character out of all of them. Like, I love him. I love you, Jun. Yes, I love them. Oh, hey, guess I won't be the only one to enjoy them this year, then. The only one? These three aren't really fond of fireworks.
Hey, that's a little unfair. I like them. They're very pretty. I just need to use earplugs because they hurt my ears.
I have the same problem. My hearing is kind of sensitive, so the fireworks really hurt. I prefer to be indoors when they happen. They're pretty meh for me. Maybe it's because I'm colorblind? What? You're colorblind? Oh, I didn't tell you? You rarely ever talk about yourself in the first place, Saya-chan. I guess that's true. I'm sorry to hear. I really don't think being colorblind is why. Even with that, the fireworks should still be pretty.
Not that you can attest that with certainty because you're not colorblind yourself.
I suppose that's true. You don't have to worry about it, Jun-kun. I don't think I'm missing something or anything like that. It doesn't bother me much. Mizuguchi-san.
Oh, hey. They're selling game memorabilia here.
Really? Where? And just like that, Jun's attention is whisked away from what seemed to be an important topic because he was too excited about games. I don't recognize any of these. Are these all characters from obscure games or something? It would explain why they're so cheap. Whoa! These are... Jun points at a set of keychains hanging from the far wall. They seem to be part of a collection since they're all hanging together like that. Do you recognize them, Jun? Yes! They're from an old school American RPG released about 20 years ago. I used to play it a few years back. I probably finished 5 or 6 times. Damn. That's a lot of times. What's the game about? You play as a detective that gets killed and sent to the afterlife. Then you spend most of your time trying to keep your soul from being deleted while trying to find out how you died. Damn. That's kind of morbid.
It sounds like a lot of fun. What are the names of the characters?
Dolph is the main character. Wolfstar. Then there's Rufus, Janice, and Hugo. The game has a few more main characters, but I guess they don't have the keychains of them here. I will admit, I like their designs.
They do seem like they have a lot of personality.
A bunch of buff men. Not my thing. How ironic that the only girl in the group is saying that. If I'm supposed to carry a keychain around with me everywhere, then I'd rather have a cute girl. You just enjoy being a contrarian, don't you?
Maybe a little.
Excuse me, how much for these? Jun fishes for his wallet inside his pants as he calls to the student in charge of the tent. The guy or girl is sitting in the back of the booth. Their back turned to us, so I can't really see whether it's a guy or not. Then they turn around and... Oh, it's Kobayashi. Ryoji-kun? You guys are here too? What's up? How come you got a booth set up here? Shouldn't you be working at your class's display? The bear shrugs, absent-mindedly tapping away at his phone in between sentences, his gaze never staying on us for too long. It was boring, so I asked for permission to set up my own booth. I bought some products I knew were worth more than they were selling for and decided to flip them. I've gotten some good money so far.
Looks like you have a pretty decent business sense.
He shrugs again, his eyes never even registering Keikun's presence due to being locked on his phone. I've always been good at estimating value of stuff related to gaming, I guess. Well, you are a gaming addict after all. Hey, Ryoji-kun, how much for the Sins in Paradise keychains? Ryoji doesn't even look at Jun's hand to see where he's pointing. As soon as he hears the game's name, he immediately looks up to the exact place on the wall that they were placed and picks them up. These have been selling really well, even though the game is kind of old and not well known in Japan. I guess people just like the design. These 4 are the last ones I have. They're 3,500 yen each, but I'll sell them to you for 12,000 if you buy all 4. Ooh, even just for one, that's kind of pricey for me. You know the word. You know the time. Yup. Keikun, Shoichi, and I look at each other, sharing our thoughts without having to exchange any words. The 3 of us pull out our own wallets. We'll take all 4. Then it becomes a bit cheaper even for you, Jun. What? Really? You bet. Besides, I like their designs, so whichever one I get, I'll be happy.
Same here.
Okay, thanks! We pay Ryoji-kun and he hands us our keychains. How do we decide who gets which? Which one do you like the most, Yuichi-san? I guess it would be... Which one? Do we want Wolfstar, Rufus, Janice, or Hugo? I haven't actually played Sins of Paradise. Hyper Wolfstar Sins of Paradise. I haven't actually played it. No price is too high for Jun's happiness. Let's just go with Wolfstar again. I guess I like Wolfstar the best. He's the protagonist, right? I really like his design. His clothes are pretty cool, and he seems like a nice enough dude.
You're judging whether a character is nice by how they look in a chibi keychain.
Sure, that sounds like a totally reasonable thing to do, right? Okay, then you can take Wolfstar. My favorite is Janice anyway.
I guess I'll go for Hugo.
The one I liked most was Rufus, so I'll go for him. I admire my new keychain, examining how good the color and molding of it is. The metal back is also really smooth and has a brushed feel that I quite like. Yep, these are pretty stylish. Thanks a lot, Ryoji-kun! I love these! Don't you want one, Saya? Nah, I'm not really fond of keychains anyway. Thank you for your business. June waves goodbye to Ryoji while we walk away. While everyone else either put the keychain in their pocket or with their keys, June walks around staring at his the whole time. He looks to be really pleased with it. It's kind of funny. The rest of the day isn't very eventful. We go around a few stalls eating together, we play a few games here and there. There's barely any time for us to do anything as everyone's break quickly ends. This was the only time we could schedule for all 5 of us to go around together, so it's kind of sad that it ended so soon. As the other 4 leave to attend their classes' own events, I continue to roam around by myself until I get tired and decide to go back home. I have to mentally prepare myself for tomorrow, as the place is probably going to be much more packed. May 31st, Wednesday. And we are going to leave off here tonight. Anyways. Stay safe, have a good night. And I will see you all tomorrow.